Hello and welcome to Megawhat News. I'm Katie Scott. I hope you had a lovely weekend. We've got a whole host of gaming news for you today, including Xbox price cuts and other gaming goodies. Is Sony's first games phone on the cards? Wii Fitters causing damage to themselves and others. MySpace gets a facelift, more leaked details on Dell's ear-like, and our coverage of today's Nokia launches. An Xbox 360 price cut may be on the way. According to an analyst, Microsoft will drop prices on the consoles, introduce at least one new version, or combine the two in a single update. And sticking with Microsoft, rumour has it that the company is readying its response to Nintendo Wii's Mi avatar and Sony's forthcoming virtual home service by prepping Xbox avatars of its own. An image has been leaked online that appears to show what such Microsoft-made creations might look like if and when the company does offer the service to Xbox gamers. And last up, Sony is allegedly working on new Wii-like controller for the PlayStation 3. The new controller will have the ability to break apart into two separate units, each of which will contain an accelerometer for Wii-like motion sensing functionality. We don't know much more than that at the moment, but we'll do some snooping about and see what we can find out for you. Way back in May, we had the scoop that Sony Ericsson had done a deal that could bring motion gaming to its phones. PocketLint learnt that the mobile phone giant had signed a deal with Californian company Gesture Tech to bring their motion detecting software to its handsets by September. Well, if the latest leak is to be believed, it looks like we were right. Details have been published outlining a new Sony Ericsson phone called the F305. This quad-band GSM phone is obviously set up for gaming with two PlayStation buttons, namely the O and the X, and the unofficial Sony Ericsson blog thinks that the F in the phone's name stands for fun, so another hint that gaming may be the focus of this lineup. The formal announcement is muted to be tomorrow when, and it can't be a coincidence, there's a Sony Ericsson launch in the centre of London, which we, of course, will be at, so make sure you tune in tomorrow. Wii fanatics are apparently breaking more than a sweat with their vigorous exercise moves. A British insurer has done a survey of its female customers and found that the gentler sex have caused £20 million of destruction to their homes using none other than the Wii Fit. Nearly a fifth of the women who responded to the poll by insurance company Sheila's Wheels admitted to sending vases, TVs, and even their furry friends flying. Those polled admitted that they had caused an average of £6.55 worth of damage to their homes in the last year by throwing over-enthusiastic moves. That figure equates to a national bill of £20.1 million. The most common calamities included bumping into furniture and pulling a muscle. Told you exercise was bad for you. MySpace has revealed it's about to undergo a dramatic redesign. The changes will affect the site's homepage, navigation, profile editing, search, and MySpace TV player. Part of a year-long initiative to revamp the site, the plan is to make its navigation more intuitive and allow better communication, while adding benefits for advertisers along the way. The home splash page is getting revamped and will see one major corporate advertiser. The new profile editor will unveil a host of new personalization options for users, while search and navigation are said to be greatly improved. The MySpace TV player application will roll out globally on the 17th of June, so that's tomorrow, and uses Flash 9 to offer a true full-screen mode and support for HD. The global redesign will roll out throughout this week. At the end of May, Michael Dell got a little bit overexcited and gave a reporter a sneaky peek of his company's answer to the Asus E. Now, Engadget has got hold of specs and pics of the new Dell E lineup, and it looks like the concept might soon become a reality. Slides which are on PocketLint now show two models, an 8.9-inch model clearly meant to take on the E900 and the 12.1-inch E Slim, which, at 0.8 inches thick, could be set to rival the MacBook Air or indeed the new HP Voodoo MV. All of the Dell ear-likes run on Linux and Windows XP. The launch for the E is expected to be in August, with the E Slim following a month later. And Dell even has a second version of both devices slated for Q2 of 2009. But that's all we know about those so far. Prices for the Dell E start at $299. Nokia seems determined to take on RIM's BlackBerry and launched 2 new business models today. Stuart Miles went down to investigate.
Nokia has announced 2 new handsets today, the E71, which we've got pictured in our hand, and the E66, 2 business/personal email devices, which it's hoping will take on the likes of BlackBerry and the iPhone with one foul swoop. Both handsets feature HSDPA, will come with a 3.2 megapixel camera and feature the same interface. And this is designed for business and personal users. So you've got Exchange support from a business point of view, but also on a personal point of view, support for lots of different email clients such as Gmail, Yahoo and Windows Live messaging service. The interesting thing is they also have a switch mode, which I can show you working here. Now we're in business mode at the moment. You press the switch button, and after a couple of seconds, it switches over into a more user-friendly consumer approach, which for us means that you could really say this is the weekend and I'm not going to do any work. Now the great thing is within switch mode is that you can also have it so your business email stays in one side, your personal email stays in the other, and they don't get mixed up. And that's the E71. It's due out in July along with the E66.
Those were today's headlines. Join us tomorrow for more news and views from the world of gadgets and technology. Thanks for watching.